Hey Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Capnclydes MTG. We're wrapping up our box series of Duskmourn today with our last case number three. Case three of play boosters. So this is going to be a little interesting. We're going to have to do a little bit of the Wayback Machine to look at the other cases at the same time, but I think we got some interesting information. So before we get started, don't forget, comment, like, subscribe. A little button right here. Click it. A little cupcake. If I like a little cupcake. Anyway, description. Links in the description. To support the channel, buy you some cards. Become a member on YouTube. Or just watch if you're a premium YouTube member. That all works as well. Give me some good lovin's. Keeps us sponsor free and fuels all the giveaways that are coming up. One at the end of October. One for Thanksgiving, and probably one for Christmas, because it's Christmas. How could you not have a giveaway, right? Anyway, so box three. First thing I want to talk about is everywhere. Anyway, so again, like we said before several times, this is probably one of the best lands / tokens that we're ever going to get. Now, it comes from the Hauntwoods card. Oh, excuse me. It's late. So for 2 green and 1, you put this into play tapped. Now after that, Hauntwood ticks down until it becomes a creature, or you can cast Hauntwood just outright. We'll look at it here in a minute. Whenever it attacks, you get one of these tapped. Now notice, this is one of every land type, so it gets you every land type if you need it. Plus, it taps for any color mana. Any, except colorless. Technically Eldrazi mana. Let's not go there. Anyway, because of that, this is the ultimate dual land. It does come into play tapped when you use your Hauntwoods, though, but still, because of that, I think this is going to have as much, if not more, value than a Coma Coil, because this is going to see lots of play, in my personal opinion, especially that being in Standard. This just seems way too good for mana ramp. Just, holy cow. And in Commander, I mean, good stuff. So, there's that. Get that out of the way. Next, let's have a little conversation about special guest cards. So, in this case, we got 4. We got a Soul Warden, Collector Company, 2 Sacrifices. Good collection of cards. Very interesting. Our first case only had 2. Our second case had 3. This case had 4. Kind of makes me wish I had another case to open. Maybe I get 5. I'm joking. But, point being, I don't know what the average is. I'm going to guess. If you open a case, you're going to get 2 to 3 of these in a case. On average. I was kind of hoping 3 would be the magic number. In the collector series that we did, we only got 1 for the whole 6 boxes for that case, so that was kind of weird. So again, since we only do 1 case of collectors, it's hard to gauge. But for play boosters, 2 to 4 apparently is the number. With an average, I would say probably around 3. So for what that's worth, which is kind of lead to conversations later about box mapping that we'll talk about. So keep that in mind. Now, we'll go to our mythics. So unlike before, we got 3 mythics this time, and they were all juicy. I mean, a Meat Hook Massacre, 2 funeral rooms. This funeral room I think is $20 foil. This one's only like 5 to 10 or something, but still 3 mythics. This is the most mythics I think we've got in any box opening that were foil from play boosters. And this is like 1 every 2 boxes. That seems really high. Which again, I think is going to play into the box mapping conversation we're going to have later. Because, well, the boxes came out really weird. We'll just leave it at that. Alright, and then we have our actual mythics here. Again, here's the Overload of Huntwoods I was talking about. 6/5 for 5 or lay it for 3. Like, either one works. So, really good. We got a Terror. We got a meat hook, Hauntwoods. There's another Terror, another meat hook. Like, really good hits in here as far as this case goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. With one being light play. What's that? Okay, nothing big. 38 plus 3 foil mythics. 41. So last box, we had 36, which was 6 per box. This is 41. That's 5 extra. So that means an average of 7 per box with 1 with 5. Doesn't really pan out like that. But that's also a higher number of mythics in this case than the previous 2 cases. Which again, leans to the weird box mapping thing we're going to have a discussion about. Anyway, for rares, we only got 4 rares that were really worth anything in foil. 2 lands, a FOMO, and a Demonic Consult. The rest are decent. I mean, I like a Twitching Doll, but it's not really worth anything. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 4. Only 14 rares that were foils. Obviously the rares, as you guys know, how this works for rares, anything $2 or less is a $1 bulk. Anything more than $2 is the actual dollar value added up. So again, not doing commons, uncommons of any shape, size, or foliage, because their prices swing way too much, and you can't really depend on them for a box value, especially as the video ages, we'll say. So, now, let's talk about box prices. Here we go. Box 1, 107. Box 2, 137. Box 3, 122. Box 4, 111. Box 5, 125, and Box 6, 141. For an average of 124.5, which is really high compared to what I expect. Currently, these boxes are going anywhere from 120 to 140 before tax. Granted, again, 20% off of this, you take off $24, it's $100. You'd have to buy a box at $100 to break even. So there's really no point to opening boxes like this, like I have, and selling the singles if you plan on to make money. I do it for love of the game, collecting, and a lot of other stuff that I do. But what's weird about this is it's a very different tale than the previous 2 boxes. The box before this was a 106. Big difference there. Because of that, this means you had to buy a box at 85 or less to break even. Here, 105, which is a lot more reasonable, especially if you're a store or LGS or what have you. But if you look back at the first box that we did of Dusk Play, it was 122. Now, the difference is this was before release, around pre-release weekend. This was after release, a week, and then we follow up with this. So there's a couple things to talk about. One, either the people who are trying to sell at rock bottom prices because they don't think the cards have any value, XYZ, so forth and so on, are out of the market and the prices are raising back to the normal level. B, prices are just naturally inflating as some cards have lowered in value to begin with. Now cards that are good are starting to raise in value while the other cards stay low, kind of equalizing that scale and putting the price tag higher. Or C, box mapping for this product is way jacked up. As you saw, our first case, we didn't get a Meat Hook Massacre. 6 boxes, I thought was weird. We didn't get a Hauntwoods either. In this one, we got 2, along with a couple Hauntwoods. In case 2, we got Hauntwoods out the wazoo. And I think 1 Meat Hook Massacre. So, I think a little bit of A, B, and C is the problem, but I really think the biggest problem is the box mapping. Because box mapping can lead to the other two problems. Because as people realize that they can't get certain things by buying a box, they have to eventually quit buying boxes and just buy singles, driving the single prices up. And if the single prices go up because the cards aren't available because they're not being put out at the same or normal distribution as every other card in the set, then it becomes really weird because they become more rare or more mythic than normal, driving their price up or down. So, really strange. As of right now, this product seems really promising. People seem to like it. And I think it's going to play well into the new year. So, at the end of the day, I don't expect to see this product crash. And we'll wrap up the end here. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 11 signed cards again, which seems to be the average. So, all in all, I think it's a good product. You're not going to be able to just flip and rip boxes and make money off of this like in the old days. You know, that time is gone, has been gone for a while. But this is actually at least back to the quality of where it should be lined up as far as a box price versus return. Because no box you should break even on, because then the box should technically cost more. And no box should you buy and make money on, because then the box should technically cost more. Anyway, all that said, guys, I hope you like it. Enjoy Duskmourn. Stay tuned for more videos as we go into the holidays. It's going to be a fun time. Stay tuned for the giveaways in October. Make sure you remember for that. And Thanksgiving, watch the videos for the giveaways. And in Christmas, we'll figure something out. But bigger the prize, the more we're going to have to do. So, don't forget, comment, like, subscribe. Until next time, be kind. Hope to see you across from the game table. Later, players.